If you live with a cat, you probably say this at least once a day. Why are you so dramatic? One minute they're calmly loafing on the couch. The next they launch into slow-motion flop mode like they've just been mortally offended because you picked them up, moved their bowl an inch, or dared to walk past them. Online compilations of dramatic cats are going viral, but what most people don't realize is that a lot of this over-the-top behavior actually has a clear explanation in cat psychology. Those fake tantrums, zoomies, and Oscar-worthy reactions are your cat's way of communicating needs, managing stress, and handling overload in a body built for hunting, not for modern apartments. Think about how often your cat acts extra. They scream like they've never been fed in their life, then leave food in the bowl. They sprint full speed down the hallway at 3 a.m. for absolutely no apparent reason. They launch themselves away from a harmless plastic bag like it's a bomb, or flop onto their side with a heavy sigh just because you said no to a treat. What looks like pure drama to us is often a mix of instinct, overstimulation, boredom, and learned attention seeking. In other words, your cat isn't randomly doing theater. Their brain is responding to something very real, it just doesn't always match human logic. One of the biggest hidden reasons behind dramatic behavior is pent-up energy and what veterinarians sometimes call frenetic random activity periods, better known as the zoomies. Cats are natural ambush predators designed to stalk, sprint, and explode into short bursts of intense activity. When they spend most of their day indoors with limited hunting or interactive play, that built-up energy has to go somewhere. Many cats release it in sudden high-speed runs, wild jumps, and chaotic wall parkour. It looks like your cat has lost their mind over nothing, but their nervous system is just discharging energy it never got to burn in a structured hunt or play session. Overstimulation is another key player in dramatic reactions. Too much petting, noise, movement, or general sensory input can flip a cat from relaxed to "I've had enough" in a heartbeat. Signs include dilated pupils, fur standing on end, a tail flicking hard, skin twitching under your hand, and sudden swats or bites that seem to come out of nowhere. From the outside, it looks like your cat went from the cuddly angel to a chaos gremlin for no reason. Inside their brain, the sensory bucket overflowed and their only tool left was a big, dramatic stop. If you've ever been petting your cat, enjoying the purring, and then suddenly they twist, nip, and run away, that's not betrayal. It's overstimulation crashing into limited coping skills. Attention seeking is another classic source of drama. Many cats quickly learn which actions get a big reaction from humans. If flopping in front of your feet makes you laugh and talk to them, if knocking something off a table makes you rush over, or if loud meowing gets you to open a door or fill a bowl, they've discovered a very effective communication button. Over time, some cats develop a whole repertoire of exaggerated moves, theatrical flops, long complaining meows, dramatic head throws, pulling sad faces near the empty bowl, or staring at you as they slowly push items off the shelf. To us, it looks like they're being ridiculous. To them, it's simply, this behavior makes my human respond faster, so I'll do it bigger next time. Stress and anxiety can also wear a dramatic mask. Sudden changes in routine, new pets, new humans, moves, loud environments, or even subtle household shifts can make a cat feel unsafe. Instead of calmly explaining this, they show it through exaggerated actions, hiding and then suddenly darting across the room, attacking random objects, over-grooming, meowing insistently for reassurance, or acting out with what looks like tantrums. When a cat is on edge, their threshold for reacting drops. A small trigger like a dropped spoon can generate a massive response. It's not that your cat is being dramatic for fun. Their nervous system is telling them the world is unpredictable, so they overreact as a survival pattern. Pain and medical issues are an even more serious hidden reason behind some dramatic behaviors. Veterinarians repeatedly warn that sudden changes, like a cat hissing when picked up, growling when touched in a certain spot, crying loudly when jumping, or acting unusually restless and vocal, can be signs of discomfort. What looks like a cat throwing a fit when you touch their back might actually be them guarding a painful area or reacting to arthritis, dental pain, or another underlying condition. That's why you should watch for patterns. A cat who is always dramatic about being touched in the same place, or suddenly more dramatic than usual, should be checked by a vet. Then there's the simple fact that cats are extremely sensitive to tiny changes that humans often miss. They pick up on subtle sounds, smells, movements, and even emotional shifts in the people around them. A noise you barely notice might hit their ears like a thunderclap. A new scent on your clothes, a neighbor's dog barking. or a flicker of light can all trigger a jump, a puffed tail, or a cartoon-level sprint out of the room. From your perspective, they exploded out of nowhere. From theirs, they just dodged a potential threat. Their reactions look exaggerated in a safe living room, but their brain is still wired for a world where overreacting to possible danger is key to survival. Even some of the cutest dramatic behaviors have deep emotional meaning. Things like excessive kneading, intense headbutting, loud purring right in your face, or flopping belly up in front of you can be big expressions of attachment and trust. When a cat throws themselves at your feet, rolls dramatically onto their back, and stares into your soul, that's an exaggerated invitation. Notice me, interact with me, maybe rub my head if you're worthy. It feels theatrical, but it is actually a high-energy version of affiliative behavior cats amplifying actions that have worked to build connection with you over time. So how can you tell when your cat's drama is normal and when it is a red flag? If the dramatic behavior is long-standing, tied to obvious triggers like playtime or mealtime, and your cat otherwise eats, drinks, and uses the litter box normally, it's usually just personality plus pent-up energy. In that case, your best move is to channel it. More structured play with wand toys, short daily hunt sessions, food puzzles, and vertical spaces to climb can all give your cat healthier outlets so the drama becomes more fun and less destructive. On the other hand, if your cat suddenly becomes dramatically different from their normal baseline, that's when you pay close attention. Sudden aggression, unusual vocalizing, hiding more than usual, drastic changes in activity level, or repeated overreactions to being touched can signal underlying medical issues or high stress. When drama appears out of nowhere and doesn't match the old pattern, it's not they're being extra for content, it's something changed in their body or environment, and a vet or behavior consult is the safest next step. The funny part is that once you understand what's going on under the surface, your cat's theatrics stop being annoying and start being interesting. That flop in front of your feet becomes a learned attention strategy. The screaming at an empty bowl points to hunger or habit. The 3 a.m. zoomies are a sign you need more targeted play before bed. The dramatic jump at a tiny sound is a reminder that you share your life with a predator whose senses are turned up to 11. And sometimes, yes, your cat is just a natural performer who has discovered that being a little over the top keeps the whole household orbiting around them. So the next time your cat acts like the main character in a drama series over something tiny, try asking a different question instead of just, "Why are you like this?" Ask, "What are you trying to tell me?" Are you bored, overwhelmed, stressed, or uncomfortable? When you start decoding the hidden reasons behind the theatrics, you give your cat better outlets. And you get better behavior in return without killing the personality that makes them so fun to live with. And honestly, in a world that feels heavy, having a tiny, overdramatic roommate who turns every small moment into a performance might be exactly the kind of chaos most people secretly love. If this helped you finally understand your overdramatic cat, hit like so more cat parents can decode their furry drama queens and kings, and subscribe for more deep cat psychology made for use cat guardians.